In late September 2024, Hurricane Helene made landfall in Florida, causing widespread destruction. Our damage projections estimate that approximately 233,000 buildings were affected. We'll walk you through the weather conditions that led to this disaster, as well as a detailed breakdown of the resulting damage. Let's start with the meteorological background. Helene first formed over the Caribbean on September 23rd. Helene quickly strengthened into a tropical storm and began moving north. By September 25th, Helene had intensified into a Category 1 hurricane. The storm rapidly strengthened, reaching Category 3 intensity, fueled by unusually warm sea surface temperatures. Just before landfall, Helene strengthened into a Category 4 hurricane. In Tampa and St. Petersburg, this was the stage when damage began to escalate. Helene made landfall at full Category 4 strength, bringing destructive winds across a wide stretch of Florida's coastline. The yellow and red shaded areas show wind gusts over 30 meters per second, or 67 miles per hour. Even after landfall, Helene maintained its strength, producing damaging winds across parts of Georgia and South Carolina. After weakening to a tropical storm on the 27th, Helene eventually dissipated on September 28th. Before we dive into the damage predictions, let's first take a look at how buildings are distributed across the affected areas. The flashing regions you see on the map highlight zones with a high concentration of buildings. This analysis is based on a global building database showing the total number of buildings in each state. Florida has about 8 million, Georgia has 4,400,000, and South Carolina has 2,700,000. Zooming in, the distribution of buildings by county is shown. As you can see, each county has anywhere from tens of thousands to several 100,000 buildings. By combining this building data with weather information and a predictive model, we can estimate how many buildings were likely damaged by strong winds and flooding. Here's the map showing those estimated damages. Areas in pink represent regions with a high number of affected buildings. Florida is the hardest hit, with around 75,000 damaged buildings. Next is South Carolina, with approximately 52,000. Georgia has about 49,000. Zooming in, the damaged buildings by county is shown. Heavy damage is seen in Pinellas County, home to St. Petersburg, and in Hillsborough County, where Tampa is located. The percentages indicate what portion of buildings were impacted in each area. The damage isn't limited to the landfall area, it stretches well inland. That's because the hurricane didn't weaken much after making landfall. Even areas like Greenville in South Carolina saw significant impact. For a more detailed view, yellow bar graphs show the affected areas and the number of damaged buildings. Longer bars indicate higher damage counts within each grid. As you can see, the damage is not concentrated in just specific areas, but spans across a wide region. The estimated number of damaged buildings also takes into account flooding caused by heavy rainfall. Although the number of damaged buildings near the landfall location isn't particularly high, this is due to the relatively low number of buildings in that area. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest information.